Why is one small stretch of land fought over more than entire continents? Why has this place been conquered, destroyed, rebuilt, and claimed again and again for thousands of years? Israel's name dominates headlines, history books, and religious texts. To understand why Israel is so contested, we have to go far deeper into faith, geography, empire, exile, and memory. Israel is a land at the center of the world, since it sits at a geographic crossroads. It connects Africa, Asia, and Europe. Ancient trade routes passed directly through it. Armies marching between continents had no choice but to cross it. Whoever controlled this land controlled movement, commerce, and military power. Long before religion entered the story, geography made this land valuable. Empires didn't fight over Israel because it was sacred. It became sacred because it was always fought over. Egyptians, Assyrians, Babylonians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, all ruled here. For Jews, this land is not symbolic, it is promised. In the Hebrew Bible, God makes a covenant with Abraham, promising his descendants a homeland. Jerusalem becomes the spiritual center. The first and second temples stand there. Even after destruction and exile, Jewish prayers face Jerusalem. For Christians, this land is where Jesus lived, taught, died, and rose. Bethlehem, Nazareth, Jerusalem. They are physical places tied to salvation itself. For Muslims, Jerusalem is the site of the Prophet Muhammad's night journey. It is home to Al-Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest site in Islam. Three faiths, one land, each with roots going back over 1,000 years. And unlike many sacred places, this one is lived on, fought over, and governed. When the Romans destroyed Jerusalem in 70 CE, many Jews were exiled. Jewish communities spread across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. Jewish connection to the land never disappeared. Meanwhile, other people lived on the land continuously. Arabs, Christians, Muslims, developing their own roots and histories. In the 7th century, Muslim armies conquered the region. Islam spread rapidly, and Jerusalem became sacred within Islamic tradition. For centuries, Muslim rulers governed the land. From the 1500s until World War I, the Ottoman Empire ruled the region. It was not called Israel or Palestine. It was part of a larger imperial province. Jews, Christians, and Muslims lived side by side, sometimes peacefully, sometimes not. But no modern national conflict existed yet. The land was contested historically. Everything changed after World War I. The Ottoman Empire collapsed. Britain took control of the region under a League of Nations mandate. At the same time, Zionism emerged in Europe, a movement arguing that Jews needed a homeland to survive. Not for power, for safety. Centuries of persecution, pogroms, and exclusion had proven one thing: assimilation was not protection. Then came the Holocaust. After that, the idea of a Jewish homeland was no longer theoretical, it was necessary. But Jews were not alone in their claim. Arab communities living on the land developed their own national identity. They saw themselves as native inhabitants, not newcomers. To them, Jewish immigration looked like displacement. To Jews, it looked like return. This is the core tragedy of the conflict. Two peoples with legitimate historical narratives. One land. No clean solution. In 1947, the United Nations proposed partition. Two states, one Jewish, one Arab. Jewish leaders accepted. Arab leaders rejected it. When Israel declared independence in 1948, war broke out. Israel survived. For Jews, it was a miracle. For Palestinians, it was the Nakba, the catastrophe. Hundreds of thousands became refugees. Memory hardened on both sides. From that moment on, the land was no longer just sacred or historic. It was political, emotional, and deeply personal. Why does this conflict never end? Israel is contested because it sits at the intersection of religion, of history, of trauma, of national identity, and of geography. No single factor explains it. Remove religion, and history still remains. Remove history, and faith still claims the land. Remove politics, and memory still burns. Why is the world involved? This conflict is not local. Holy sites draw global attention. The Middle East's strategic importance magnifies every move. Israel becomes a symbol for survival, resistance, injustice, faith, power, and symbols are always contested. Israel is not contested because people love conflict. It is contested because people love this land for different reasons, in different ways, across thousands of years. Until those stories are understood together, not separately, the land will remain divided, not just by borders, but by memory. So why is Israel so contested? Because it is small enough to fight over, old enough to carry history, and sacred enough to never be neutral. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed exploring why is Israel so contested, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and explore more of our travel history series. History is full of lost places waiting to be discovered, and we'll take you there.